In the latter half of the 19th century, Robert Louis Stevenson wrote that wine is bottled poetry. He may have been looking out over the expansive terrain of California's Central Coast, imagining impeccable vineyards, grapes bursting with flavor, a winery with a plush and inviting tasting room, knowledgeable and caring hosts to answer questions and attend to your needs, and a picturesque inn in which to escape the pressures of daily life. Summerwood is the realization of a dream. The rolling hills of West Paso Robles are an enchanting setting for the Summerwood Winery and Inn. Strong sunlight throughout the day and cool ocean breezes at night provide an ideal climate for grape production. The Summerwood Winery opened in the year 2000. Our elegant yet casual tasting room features a polished marble bar and slate floors inlaid with African mahogany. Sip wine by the fireplace or on our expansive brick deck overlooking the vineyards. Soak up the sunlight, enjoy a glass of fine wine, and bask in a feast for all your senses. Adjacent to the winery is the Summerwood Inn, the only four-diamond hotel property in Paso Robles. Stately oak trees and a luscious flower and herb garden provide welcome as you approach the inn. Our comfortable living room, bathed in light, offers a cozy setting in which to relax. Each guest room is named for a variety of grape, and with a commanding view of the vineyards, is decorated in American country style. You'll find a breakfast menu on your bed. And in the morning, a scrumptious banquet prepared by Summerwood's own chef. Your comfort at the Summerwood Inn is assured by the careful attention and warm hospitality of Director of Operations, Andrea Boatman.
Here at the Summerwood Inn, each employee is dedicated to giving each guest the perfect wine country experience. We serve wine and appetizers in the afternoon at 5 o'clock, hot coffee, tea, and dessert before bed, and a full cook-to-order gourmet breakfast in the morning. When guests return, we always remember their name, and they always remember ours. It's like they're coming home again.
"46 acres of scenic vineyards surround the Summerwood Winery and Inn. In preparation for harvest, Summerwood's grapes are drinking in the sunlight. Summerwood winemaker Scott Hawley says that quality wine begins in the vineyard. Varietal selection, canopy management, irrigation, and yield control all play a key role in allowing the vines to create the highest quality fruit. Optimal watering of the grapes requires much care. Data on the moisture content of the soil is gathered with sensors and then analyzed in a lab to account for changes in the climate. Only after this scientific analysis can we determine how much water is needed, in what areas, and at what times of the day. As harvest time grows near, we sample the grapes for taste 2 to 3 times each week and check the sugar content with a refractometer. Samples are then taken back to the lab for a more detailed analysis on sugar content and acidity. The balance between the two is of critical importance.
So as an indicator, this is telling me that we are ready to go. We're ready to pick the grapes, so these will be grapes we're going to harvest tomorrow, bring them in, and ferment from there.
Harvest day has arrived. At Summerwood, unlike many wineries, the harvest is carried out entirely by hand. Each cluster of fully ripe grapes is delicately hand-picked, one at a time. The harvested grapes are immediately brought back to the winery for sorting. Stems and leaves are then removed, and the berries are gently crushed before dropping into the fermentation tank. Summerwood's unique mobile tanks were custom designed. They are a work of art, perfectly balancing form and function. Next, the tanks are carried to the fermentation cellar, where the grapes begin their long journey.
Here at Summerwood Winery's state-of-the-art fermentation cellar is where Mother Nature, technology, and human influence come together. Technology allows us to control the temperature of the tanks through a computer database that we have in the lab. We can influence the overall quality of the wine by how we manage the fermentation, both from the cap and from the technology. All these tools put together allow Summerwood to make the highest quality wine we can possibly make.
While in the fermentation tanks, the wine is punched down and pumped over to further extract pigmentation and flavor. There are many steps taken to create fine wine. After fermentation, the wine is transferred to oak barrels, where the wine will begin its aging process. Grape skins that remain in the bottom of the fermentation tanks are sent to a basket press. Summerwood Winery's unique basket press comes all the way from Spain. The pressed wine is then transferred to barrels. This is the barrel room, where Summerwood's wine is aged. Not all oak barrels are equal. They differ based on their region of origin, the type of oak tree, and what part of the tree was used. It's the winemaker's prerogative, and Scott Hawley makes selections for each type of wine he creates.
So the wines are now in barrel here at Summerwood Winery. Here they'll spend the next 12 to 36 months. We're in a temperature-controlled and humidity-controlled room. We keep the humidity at 85%, the temperature at about 68 degrees. What this does is it minimizes our losses to evaporation, and it just creates a very good storing temperature and climate for the wines. The first reason for putting wines in barrel is we're actually getting flavors, we're getting character from the wood itself. It's extracting it, taking it into the wine, and actually making it more complex and giving us a blending tool. The second reason is here in the barrel room you have a very slow, controlled oxidation process. This allows the wines to mature and to make an overall high-quality wine.
Winemaking involves nature, instinct, technology, patience, and skill. The distinctive character of the wine in each barrel is assessed in the expert blending process that produces top-quality Summerwood wines. Be it a Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, Zinfandel, or Viognier, Summerwood wines offer the taste of excellence. Learn about winemaking. Spend a few days at our luxurious country inn. Experience the dream that is Summerwood.